Здравейте, драги зрители на eSports България, аз съм Теодор Борисов и в момента не се намираме в Сава център в Белград, но се намираме в Белград. Намираме се в хотела, в който са отседнали всички играчи и отбори по време на FISSURE Playground 1. А причината да сме тук е, че имаме страхотната възможност да си поговорим с един от играчите, които ще вземат участие в полуфинала на първия турнир, разбира се, за втория сезон за календарната 2025 година. Това е Ag1l от Съставът на Сол, който по-рано днес успя да спечели един изключително впечатляващ двубой и то по страхотен начин. Ag1l, thank you very much for joining me for the second time for reasons that we're not going to disclose because people don't know about the first one. Now I've told them, but we're going to keep it that way. Talk to me a little bit about the quarterfinal game that you played earlier. It was a massive success. Obviously, you guys went through the group stage after taking down FURIA not once but twice, and now you're transitioning that form into the playoffs as well. So how did it feel?
Well, it was a very hard match against Complexity. The first map was okay for us. It went pretty smooth. Then on Inferno, a lot of key rounds we end up losing, and that kind of screwed our game because our D side should have been much better, I think. And then on Nuke, we kind of got off to a bad start, but we managed to come back a little bit. Still, they had the advantage most of the game. We end up comebacking. It was pretty insane from us, I think. A lot of resilience. And yeah, we closed it out in OT, maybe a little bit luckier, I don't know. But yeah, it was big on emotions. The game was really hard.
Okay, so now you've made the decision to transition back into a fully Portuguese team, right? There was that whole international, I guess, move with Azu being part of the team, with a couple other people being part of the team, obviously Golden as the coach and Sijot, but things didn't quite work out, but you were in there for the entire process, from last year through the international and now into the Portuguese one. So talk to me a little bit about what the dynamic was. Did it feel a little bit awkward for you going through all those changes?
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of changes. And it's been kind of hard to play like this because every 3 months we are pretty much changing roster. And, you know, we've been through different cultures, different kind of play styles from each player that we had in the team. And I guess the way that we found better was to go back to Portuguese. We feel like we have an identity like this and that we can have everyone on the same page, everyone on board on what's happening here. And I mean, it just feels kind of better for everyone, even though the international roster, like we were all, I would say, like pretty connected in game as well. It just didn't click out. Maybe the emotions weren't the best. But right now we have this lineup, and we are doing a great tournament so far. I hope we can keep the momentum up.
Yeah, this is something I had a conversation about with Mutiris as well. There is something magical with Seoul when people think that you've got a 0% chance to succeed. You go into an event and you play really well and you upset a lot of people. Do you feel like you just play better in general when you are in the role of the underdog?
Yeah, I would say so. Like, definitely we came up to this tournament without any expectations. And I remember back in Pro League in March when we added the other international boys, it was the same. Now the most difficult part, I'd say, is to obviously we are still in the tournament and we want to do our best, but after this is just to keep our form and, you know, not you know, screw up or like we did last season. We didn't have the best results on the end of the season.
Okay, and now with the two new additions of Crazy and Aragorn, obviously you've played with both of them before in different teams because you've been around the place quite a while. What can you tell to pretend that the people watching this have watched only higher tier Counter-Strike, they haven't watched Rhino, they haven't watched GTZ, they haven't watched the lower echelons of Portuguese Counter-Strike. So what do you like about those guys? Why do you think they are the right fit for this team?
I'd say both of them are really communicative. They speak a lot in game and they are really good at you know, their roles, even though that they are adapting because some of them weren't doing some positions that they are doing right now, and obviously it's a different team, a different dynamic to what they were used to.
Yeah, Crazy was an AVP player, right?
He was an AWPer and now he's transitioning into rifling again. Although when I played with him, he was a rifler as well. So he's been all around the place. He, for a season, he decides to AWP or his team, like it requires him because obviously in Portugal we don't have that many depth in players, and obviously because he's such a skilled guy, he had to pick up the AWP. Now again rifling. It's been different for him, but he's used to it and he's adapting really well, I would say. Like he's just he's really good, really dedicated, puts a lot of hours into the game, and the same for Aragorn. They're just getting better every game, I would say. That's it.
Okay, and lastly, before we get into the semi-final talk, you yourself as a rifler are very versatile, and in the interview that got scratched, you told me that you like making aggressive moves and being an aggressive player, but you don't end up being that type of a space taker on most of your teams. You end up being a little bit more of a supportive element. Is that something that you might want to explore in the future, transitioning into being a little bit more responsible, let's say, in the server, or being given a bit more responsibility?
Yeah, I mean, I would really like to, but right now, I would say we need a bit more time for that as a team. I just want to play my role to what my team requires me to do, I guess. And sometimes when I feel like it's good, I'll do those kind of aggressive plays, or I'll give some inputs in game. Right now, yeah, most of the time I'm just doing whatever's required, and I just hope that in the future also I will have this, how do I say it, like a freer way of doing things for myself.
Okay, and lastly, you'll be playing against the other really pleasant surprise of the tournament, Tyloo, who are going to be playing with their Oper G, obviously, from tomorrow, or at least that's what we're hoping for. So what are your expectations of that game?
Yeah, I mean, Tyloo obviously are doing a great tournament. They've beat some great teams in the tournament already. I don't really know what to expect because we have never played against them, I think. Maybe in practice, but I don't even remember that. I mean, they're doing great. We are doing great as well. I think it's going to be a tough match because with us, it's also not really... It's always tough matches when so is on the server. And I mean, that's it. I'd just say I hope it's a good game for everyone watching.
Okay, thank you very much. I wish you the best of luck, and we're all hoping for a good game. Thank you.